Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Summer Heifer Calf.
Well, good morning, everyone. What an outstanding class here to start our show this morning. Great quality all the way down the lineup. And I feel when they get out here, these top heifers, they really excel all the way through their dairy quality, their dairy strength, as well as their completeness all the way through. The heifer that starts the class, the longer they're out here, for me, she does become a deciding winner in the class. A heifer that I feel just has an advantage all the way out the front end. When you compare her to the rest of the class, she has so much more balance and blending of parts, from her neck to her shoulder and her shoulder into her barrel. And I feel she uses that advantage in her front end to go over the calf in second, being especially fuller in her cross, a bit tighter all the way through that shoulder and having a bit more width to her chest. Then a really stylish calf that follows in second. The second heifer, I really appreciate the dairy quality and silkiness all throughout the frame in this calf. But I give her the advantage primarily in her front end to go over the heifer that follows in third. I feel she's a heifer that just stands more sturdily on those front legs, or just continues to keep those front legs, and she's a bit farther over the top than the really balanced heifer in third. Third over fourth, I feel it's on her feet legs. She just shows me so much in that set to her pocket for the thoroughness and all that third calf. Then they're really stylish and big calf up here forward. That fourth calf, I love from the hips forward. She's got that beautiful stretch, silkiness and openness about her there. Just want to change it in that thoroughness and sits and really a set top. But she uses that advantage in her front to go over the calf and follows in. And has so much more stretch and openness for forward, more capacity about her forward, and just hearing that they go all the way back into her nose structure. But I think the final path through her line and the local dairy quality about her really congratulations.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Spring Heifer Cast.
Judge Sloan, your reasons.
Well, what a quality group of screw calves all the way down the line. And I think we've got a lot of different shapes and cuts of heifers out here. And I appreciate the extra look that I was able to give to these calves as they got out here. But I do feel we've got some really stylish, clean-cut, flat-boned heifers that work their way to the top of this class. And the young lady with the calf there in first, I think when you get off this
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Winner Heifer Calf.
calves we have in this class. And I feel the heifer that starts the class, she finds her way to the top of the class quite handily for me today. A heifer that just epitomizes balance. She's got great openness to her rib, exceptional feet and legs, and I just love the way that she blends so smoothly from part to part. For me, she uses her advantage today just a bit in her rump structure to go over the calf that follows here in second. She's a heifer that I feel just has a bit more balance and correctness about that rump structure, just a bit sharper all the way through than another heifer in second that really follows that same pattern. The second half, another extremely straight line stretchy heifer as well. A heifer that has that beautiful openness about her rib, and I feel she has a bit more length from end to end than the black calf that follows here in third. Third over fourth, another similar main pair of calves here. The heifer in third, I feel she just has that added depth to her forerib. She's a bit deeper all the way back from her barrel and her flank than another really well-made balanced calf that follows out in fourth. Fourth over fifth, the calf that I feel when they get out here, I do just appreciate that added depth of rib that she has all the way through. She's a bit wider in her chest as well, and I feel when you get them in the lineup, she's a bit wider back through that rump structure and keeps that tail placed a bit more neatly between her pins than the long, straight and stretchy heifer here that follows out in fifth. An outstanding group of calves again, congratulations.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Fall Heifer Calf.
judged several major state and national Holstein shows, including the 2023 National Stade Holstein Show, the 2022 Northeast Florida Show, National Red and White Spring Show. He is also judged international nature shows in Australia, Brazil, Canada, France, Peru, Switzerland, and the United
Well, in this class, I feel we've got just an outstanding heifer to start the class. A heifer that just exudes so much style, silkiness, and femininity and angularity all the way through. And I feel she just dominates the class with that advantage of her style. The first heifer uses that advantage in her style, angularity, and clean cutness throughout to go over the heifer in second, being especially more feminine and stylish all the way up through her head and neck. I feel she's a bit crisper over her top and silkier and flatter in her thigh. But not to take anything away from the heifer in second, an exceptionally balanced heifer in her own right, a heifer that has so much dairy strength, and one that you love the width and balance all the way through. For me today, the heifer in second goes over the one in third. I feel she's just a bit more level over her top. I prefer the way the neck is coming out of the shoulder, and I also feel she's traveling a bit more comfortably on her feet and legs with more distance between her hocks than the heifer here in third. The third heifer is an extreme heifer in the class who loves so much about the openness, the stretchiness, the silkiness to her frame. I feel just a bit more balance on the first pair of heifers today, making this one land in the third place slot. But it is that openness, the tremendous dairiness and stretchiness all the way through of that first calf that takes her over the one in fourth. I also feel she's a touch wider through her chest than the fourth place heifer. And finally, fourth over fifth here today, a heifer that just shows so much more depth, spring, and openness about her forerib, and I also feel she's a bit deeper all the way back through that rear rib than a really long frame calf that follows out in fifth. Again, congratulations on an outstanding group.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Summer Yearling.
Ring number 108 was 7th.
Winter summer yearling class here. I'm starting with a heifer that I feel just excels the class with her balance. A heifer that has so much dairy strength to her front end. She's extremely hard topped and a heifer that walks on a beautiful set of feet and legs. For me, it's the balance and drop to the rib that takes the heifer in first over the one in second. She's just so much more expansive all the way through that fore-rib structure, showing more spring of rib all the way back to her rear rib and more depth all the way back to her flank. The second heifer, though, one you really appreciate for the length and stretchiness and style all the way through her frame. But it is the feet and legs that take the heifer in second over the one in third. A heifer that just shows me so much straighter, so much more straightness to her hock, and has a bit more strength to her pasture than the third place heifer. But the third heifer, one that I really admire for the depth and openness about her rib. And it is that advantage that she has in the width to her chest, the drop to her rib, the width all the way back to her rump structure that takes her over the stylish red heifer here in fourth. And then fourth over fifth, a heifer that's just a bit more extreme in her openness all the way through, being so much longer and leaner in her neck. She's sharper over her chine, a bit flatter in her thigh, and more open all the way through her rib. But that fifth and final heifer, she's a bit younger in the class and one you really admire for the balance and the correctness of parts all the way through.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, Spring Yearling.
Well, what an outstanding junior yearling class. Just so much quality all the way through this entire class. The heifer that starts the class, though, for me, she's a decided winner. She's a heifer that just has so much incredible style all the way through her frame. She's silky, she's flat-boned, open all the way through, and just a beautiful set of feet and legs. She moves over the heifer in second today on her feet and legs. She's a heifer that's just showing me less set to her hock. She's a bit more stylish about her rump structure today as well than another extremely high-style heifer in second. The second heifer, she follows the pattern of the first one with that flatness to her bone, the openness about her rib structure, and the dairy quality all the way through her front end. Second over third, I feel she's just a flatter bone heifer all the way through. She's silkier and sharper over that chine. She's so much more prominent about her hooks and pins and just silkier all the way through that thigh region. The third heifer, you'll love the dairy strength of this heifer. She's so hard-topped, so much openness and width to her chest. I just feel we have a bit more drop to the rib on the first pair of heifers today, and they're a bit flatter and silkier all the way through than the really stylish heifer here in third. Third over fourth, it is that advantage in her front end. When you get these heifers side by side, you appreciate the length of frame of the red heifer, but also when you get behind them, you realize she's got so much more width to that front end. She's deeper in her heart. She shows more strength all the way back to her crop region than the silky heifer in fourth. Then fourth over fifth, it is on that dairiness and angularity. She is a bit sharper, she's longer and leaner in her neck. She's also especially flatter through the bone all the way in her hock region than the fifth and final heifer. But that fifth heifer, an extremely balanced heifer, one with so much dairy strength and openness as well. Congratulations.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Winter Yearling. Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 4-H champion.
Exhibitors. This is an outstanding honor. And I also know it takes a big group of people to help support these youth to get them to where they are. Anyone who's helped coach, who's helped provide animals, who's helped provide some input and advice. Again, please show your appreciation to all of those people, because if it weren't for you, they wouldn't be here as well. And again, I pulled out my 4 favorite heifers here. I hope you can appreciate how high quality these heifers really are. I love each and every one of them for their dairiness, their openness. They're extremely stylish, but they have dairy strength and great feet and legs as well. I started our lineup here with our winter calf, a heifer that just has so much depth and openness, a heifer with beautiful blending all the way through her front end, and I love the square rump on this calf. I also pulled out our first and second place senior calves, the black heifer, just an extremely silky, stylish heifer, a heifer that won a deep class of competition, and we love the dairiness and openness. The second place calf, another extremely dairy heifer with so much depth. You'll love the extremes that she has in the openness to her rib and the width to her rump as well. And finally, I pulled out our winner there from our final class, the junior yearling class. A heifer that's just so hard topped. She's stylish, she's open and strong. Just an outstanding set of feet and legs on her as well. At this time, I'll congratulate your junior champion, reserve, and honorable mention. And please show them a big round of applause once I do so. Well, for junior champion, I don't know this white yearling heifer here. Just a heifer that really puts it all together for me today. A heifer with so much style, angularity, openness to her rib, but just an extremely correctly made heifer as well. When you get behind this heifer, it's hard to pick her apart because she's so correct all the way through. Reserve's going to go to that senior calf, the black heifer there. I think it's close between these two. I'm going to give the edge to the yearling today. She's just got that added maturity, and I feel when you get behind them, she's a touch wider in her chest and in her rump structure all the way through, relative to their respective ages. But an exceptional pair of heifers there, and I love the style on that black calf. Honorable mention is going to go to the calf that was second to her in class, another heifer that has just beautiful depth and openness. Just giving the edge to the first pair there with a bit more style and sharpness all the way through. But what an outstanding group of heifers here for junior champion, reserve, and honorable mention of your 4-H show.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Junior Champion.
Well, we've got an exceptional group here, and again, for junior champion, I'm going to speak of that junior yearling. I think the longer they're out here, the more you really certainly appreciate how stylish and correct this heifer is. She just holds herself together so well across her top. She's got that beautiful openness, just an outstanding set of feet and legs as well. Going over reserve junior champion on the senior calf. Again, I think age for age, just a bit more width to her chest, a bit wider in her rump, but an outstanding heifer there to be reserved following the pattern of that silkiness and style. Honorable mention is going to be on the winter calf, another heifer that just has an outstanding front-ended balance. Just feel maybe a bit more correct in the feet and legs here on the fall calf, but an outstanding winter calf to round out the group. Again, congratulations to your junior champion reserve and honorable mention.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, winter and fall yearling and milk.
start our cow show today. And the cow that starts the class, a logical winner for me today. Just an exceptional udder with so much height and fullness at the top of her rear udder, and a beautifully balanced frame to go along with it. But it is the advantage that she has at the top of her rear udder. I feel she has just a bit more fullness at the top of those rear quarters, also giving her the advantage of just sending a bit tighter in the forearm attachment here than the tall cow in a second. The first cow, I also feel she's just a bit more dairy and angular all the way through her frame than the black cow that follows. But second over third for me today, another cow that just has that added advantage in the depth and openness to her rib, the stretchiness to her frame. And I also prefer the way she's traveling more comfortably on her feet and legs today as she moves around the ring than our third place cow. But the third cow, an extremely balanced cow in her own right. And I'm going to give her the advantage in her udder to go over the 1 and 4 today. I just prefer the balance from forward rear quarters on the third cow over the 1 and 4. And I feel when you get behind them, she's just wider and fuller again at the top of those rear quarters. And she has more depth and maturity through her rib structure today than a more immature cow here that follows in 4. But the fourth cow, I think, will continue to get better with time, a cow that's got that true dairy silky quality about her. And I'm going to give her the advantage and get the balance and symmetry to her udder to go over the cow and fit. I feel she's just fuller from left to right side within her udder. And I also feel she's a cow that has just a bit more weight to her chest than the speckled cow here in fifth. The fifth cow one I feel will get better with time as well. Just want to see her a bit more balanced in her udder today to get her a bit higher in the class. Congratulations.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, Summer Junior 2-year-old.
Well, a quality group of summer junior 2s all the way down the line. And the cow that starts the class, for me today, I'm going to give her the best udder award, and I also feel she's one of the most complete framed cows in the class. A cow that has so much balance, an extremely correct gait, and a functionally extremely sound cow here to start the class. But it is her advantage in the udder that takes her over the cow in a second. I feel she just tacks in tighter into the body wall with her fore udder. And also when you get off these two cows, I feel that first cow just has so much more depth and spring about her rib structure today than the cow that follows here in second. And then second over third, a cow that I feel just has more balance and blending from her forward rear quarters. And another cow that I feel just travels with a bit less set to her hock than the really high quality rear cow in third. This third cow, when you get behind her, you have to love the bloom, the height, the fullness to her rear udder. I just want to change the way that udder floor has the balance from the forward to the rear quarters for me today to work her up in the class. But I love the rear udder on that cow. And it is that advantage in the height, the width, the bloom to the rear udder, as well as the style about her rump that takes her over the cow that follows here in fourth. The fourth cow, an extremely high style cow here. When you look at her from her profile, you love the silkiness and the dairy quality about her. And it is that advantage that she has in the femininity, the stretch, the dairiness all the way through her frame that takes her over the cow that follows in fifth. Our fifth cow is just an extremely balanced cow, a cow that I feel will continue to get better in time. I just want to see her have a bit more stretch to her frame, a bit more mass all the way through that frame to work her up in the class a bit today. But a great group here in the summer junior 2 class.
And there we have it, the placings in the summer junior 2-year-old class. Fifth place goes to 164.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, Spring Junior 2-year-old.
And a little bit of
2-year-old class. I do feel we have a decided winner here with our first one, though, a cow that's just showing a bit more definition to her udder cleft, all the way up to the top of her rear udder, and a cow that's just had time to mass out a bit more in her ribs. She's so much deeper in her forerib. She's more mature and developed with more spring and openness about her rear rib as well. Then our second cow, you love the height and the bloom to the top of the rear udder, really an extremely correct udder shape, and a cow that I believe will continue to get better with time. Great pair of cows, congratulations.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, winner senior 2-year-old.
Outstanding group of winter 2-year-olds here in this class, and I feel we've got a hand winner at the top of the class today. A cow that just an outstanding udder to take the class. When you get behind this cow, she has so much width, so much fullness, straight through to her udder, and it just packs so smoothly into the body wall with so much youthfulness to that udder all the way through. The cow at first goes over the second cow on that rear udder. I feel it's just a bit more snugly attached in both fore and rear udder attachments with more width and fullness to the top of the rear udder. And she's also just more developed all through her rib structure, having more depth, sweep and spring and openness to her rib than the cow in second. The second cow, an extremely silky dairy cow. I really admire the udder on this young cow as well. I feel a cow for me today that just has a bit more squareness in her teat placement, and a cow with more silkiness all the way through her frame to go over the cow in third. The third cow, I had to work her up a bit in the class. She's one of those cows that I kept looking at her rudder and thinking she's got to get up there, and I ended up with her here in third at the end of the class. A cow with an udder that I feel is extremely high, extremely snug. I really admire the fore udder, and I think she does have the edge over the black cow here in fourth on being higher, wider, and fuller at the top of that rear udder. And I also admire the way the fore udder blends into that body wall, a bit tighter than the black cow here in fourth. But the fourth cow, you love the frame on this cow, just an extremely silky dairy frame cow with so much openness all the way through. And it is that added depth and openness to her rib that takes her over the cow in fifth. Our fifth cow, a cow with so much strength and openness and stretchiness all through her frame. Just one that you'd like to see have a bit more depth to her rib structure today to work her up in the class. A great group of cows, congratulations.
The placings in this
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Fall Senior 2-year-old.
Have a couple cabins and make it out looking as impressive as both of them are. I'm going to give the edge to the cow here that I feel is the most balanced in the class. A cow that has an exceptional dairy frame, beautiful openness of rib, and great silky dairy quality about that frame. And she uses her advantage in her udder as well to go over the cow in second. I feel she wears more useful udder higher above her hock and also give her the edge and just having a bit more smoothness in her fore udder attachment to the end of the cow that follows in second. The first cow also, she just has so much more depth of chest and width to her chest than the second place cow. But the second cow, we love the rear under the blue, the way that she's got such a strong udder cleft as well as a nice hard top and over there. Congratulations.
Thank you for that wonderful description of these two cows.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Junior 3-year-old.
class all the way down the line. And the longer they're out here, the more you appreciate this cow that starts the class. For me today, she's the best udder cow. And when you see them side by side and you get her next to this red cow in the lineup, I feel she just has that height to the top of the rear udder. She's a bit longer and smoother in her fore-udder attachments and has a bit more levelness to the bottom of her udder floor. Additionally, I feel that first cow, you just love the dairy silky quality about the bone on this cow. She's extremely flat boned, she's open in her frame, she's got that great dairiness all the way through, and I feel just a more feminine individual to go over the cow that follows here in second. The red cow, you love the power on this cow. First, you love the dairy strength, the openness of rib, and really appreciate that all the way through when she carries that back to her run. She uses her advantage in the youthfulness to her udder today to go over the cow in third. I feel she's just snugger on her udder attachments. I also prefer the way that she's handling on her feet and legs, having a bit less set to her hock and more strength to her pastern today than the really silky dairy-framed cow that follows in third. The third cow, I just love the openness to the rib on this cow, the dairiness and silkiness all the way through, and when you get behind the third one and the fourth cow in the lineup, the third cow just has so much more bloom and volume and height to the top of that rear udder today than the cow that follows in fourth. But fourth over fifth, again, another outstanding pair of cows here. I'm giving the advantage to the fourth cow and just having more youthfulness to her udder. I feel she's a bit snugger in that fore-udder attachment and a bit more open and stretchy all the way through than the fifth place cow. But the cow in fifth, another outstanding cow with so much volume and bloom to that rear udder and really correct set of feet and legs as well. Congratulations to a great group of cows.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, Senior 3-year-old.
The mayor of Langland Farms. So we won't give you Vern's phone number because, you know, some members of the family are here. They won't tell, if Vern's not here, they won't.
She's had that extra calf. When you get these cows in the lineup, this first cow, she just has that added width and height to the top of the rear udder, and I'm giving her the edge over the cow in second, primarily in just having more strength, more depth and openness about her forerib than the second calf cow that follows out in second. The second cow is an exceptionally balanced cow, a cow that's just shy of in the previous class, but again, just want to see her have a bit more time to mature out of it to get above this cow at the top of the class today. But second goes over the cow, and third it is on her udder. She has so much more bloom to the top of that rear udder and a bit more turn to the bottom of her rear quarters than the really silky, stylish cow here in third. The third cow, you love the profile of this cow. She's extremely long-bodied and really a beautifully correct frame on her. And I'm going to give her the advantage over the cow here in fourth on that length and stretch to her frame. And I also prefer the way those rear teeth come off her udder, being a bit more square underneath her udder than the cow that follows out here in fourth. But the fourth cow, an exceptional rear udder shape to this cow as well. And it is that advantage that she has in the rear udder that takes her over the cow in fifth, being especially fuller at the top of the rear quarters. And I also prefer the rope on the cow in fourth over the fifth place cow. That fifth cow, though, you love the length of frame on this cow as well as the beautifulness of shape of the udder as well. Congratulations.
In fifth place, ring number 2.
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, 4-year-old.
So things have been at a top-notch level with regard to the judging and on the part of the
the best udder in the class. And for me today, that first cow, when you compare next to the big red cow in second, both extremely impressive in the rear udders. But I'm going to give the edge today to the cow in first. I feel just has a bit more depth to her rib, a bit more openness and dariness about that rib structure today. And I feel she's moving just a bit more freely on her feet and legs, showing me more flex to her hock and easing her mobility today to go over the red cow that follows here in second. The second cow, an exceptional rear udder cow as well. When you get behind her, you love the climb and fullness to the top of that rear udder. And it is that advantage in the fullness and the height to the rear udder today that takes her over the cow that follows here in third. The third cow, you'll love the silky frame on this cow. She's so open and dairy and silky made all the way through. Again, just want to see a bit more lift to the top of that rear udder and see her traveling with a bit more comfort to her feet and legs today for me to work her up in the class. But it is that advantage that she has today in that bloom to her rear udder, the fullness to the top of her rear quarters, as well as the depth and openness to her rib that takes her over the cow here in fourth. Our fourth cow, an extremely balanced cow. I love the blending of parts, the openness to her rib structure. Just want a little bit more of her and a bit more depth to work her up in the class today. But she uses her advantage in the fullness to the top of her rear quarters, as well as the length to her forerunner and the length all the way through her frame to take her over the balanced cow that follows out here in fifth. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. The fifth prize cow in this class is also
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, 5-year-old. But the second cow, another extreme frame cow here as well, one that has so much openness, so much dairy strength. And when you get behind her, a beautiful rear udder as well, with so much volume and move throughout. The cow in second goes over the one in third. It is primarily again on her advantage and her dairy strength. She's a cow that has more depth to her forward. She shows me more width of chest. She has more spring and openness all the way back to her rear end today over the cow that follows here in third. The third cow, another great udder cow, and I really love to get behind her as well. And I feel when you compare her against the cow in fourth, another cow that just has so much more fullness, more lift, more climb to the top of that rear udder as well as over the cow here in fourth. And if I need to work over fifth, it's a cow that just shows me so much more dairy strength. She has that added big all the way through her chest, she's deeper in her heart, and just carries that big all the way back to her rump structure to go over the fifth place cow. Congratulations. Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024, Mature Cow.
Even the Edgerton, the black cow, she's a cow that's had an extra calf, a 6-year-old cow with 5 calves. The second place cow's had 4 calves. And the first cow, I feel she shows that added maturity and with an extra width and height to the top of her rear. I feel she's just got more of her everywhere. She's so
Autumn Opportunity Holstein Show 2024 Grand Champion.
Well, before I name champion cow, for the moment everyone's been waiting for, I again want to thank everyone at the show for the opportunity to judge. It's been absolutely fantastic, and the organization, the preparation, the quality of hosting that you've done has been second to none. So please give a big round of applause. Everyone behind the scenes who helped put the show on. It's been outstanding. And again, I want to thank all the breeders and exhibitors, again, those who prepared and presented these cattle. You've done an outstanding job, a world-class preparation here, and again, please give yourself a big round of applause as a quality presenter. Well, I went ahead and pulled out all of our cows head to tail. I think it's been an outstanding show. I don't want to leave any of them side by side. I think it's important for everyone to get looks at these cows from all angles. And at this time, I'm going to go out and congratulate your grand champion, reserve, and honorable mention in that order, and then I'll give some comments on that placing. And please receive them with a big round of applause once I do so.
we've got tremendous cows out here all around, and I know there's probably a few different ways you can line these up, but for me today, I think this 4-year-old cow looks the part. When you break this cow down, she's got an outstanding udder. She has so much height, so much width to the top of that rear udder. Her forudder's welded on, and I think she's just the ideal moderate size for a champion cow today. For me, she uses her advantage in maturity to her udder to go over our reserve champion, which will be on that milking yearling. A young cow that I loved in the young cow classes, and she continues to look the part the longer she's out here to be your reserve champion cow. A cow has so much dairiness, balance, and just a beautiful udder on her as well. And then honorable mention will be on that winter 2-year-old cow, another cow with just an outstanding udder. Again, the longer they're out here, the more you appreciate just how quality these udders are to hold that much milk that long. And a beautiful cow to round out your champions. Congratulations again to all the exhibitors. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Molly, for tremendous.